Hello guys, you're welcome back to my Adobe Premiere Pro Masterclass. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. My name is King. Today we're going to be talking about color correction and color grading in Adobe Premiere Pro. And to do this, we're going to be taking a dive into our color tab and our color panel over here. But before we dive into that, I need to quickly talk about the difference between color correction and color grading. Now, color correction is the process of fixing color issues and making footage appear as natural as possible. The idea is for colors to look as clean and real as human eyes will see them in the real world. So you have shot a video with your camera and then you realize later that your exposure triangle wasn't properly set or your white balance wasn't properly set. You are seeing too much saturation, too much whites, too much blacks, too much tints and all of that. Now, trying to balance those colors to look as natural as possible is what we call color correcting. Now, another definition for color correcting is the process of taking potential clips that are seen in the same scene and balancing their colors to look even. For example, you have shot multiple shots at a particular scene and now you need to balance the colors of every shot with each other. Now, this process is called color correcting. For example, over here, guys, you will notice that we have two clips here. This is clip 1 and this is clip 2. Scrolling to this level, the difference you will notice is a change of colors. It's the same clip, guys. So the color of clip 2 has been corrected, while the color of clip 1 still looks plain black and white. Now, this is normal with our digital cameras. Now, our digital cameras records our videos in a linear format. It places everything in a straight line, but that is not correct. So what we are trying to do now is to balance it to have the normal color that we will see with our natural eyes, like this clip over here. Now imagine taking multiple shots and then you realize that some shots actually have brighter light and then some shots actually have more of a certain color or more contrast. Color correcting is the process of fixing all those multiple clips to give the viewer an unconscious feel that these scenes were taken at the same time and at the same place. The first thing we want to do is to come over to the color tab or the color panel over here. Now, today we're going to be taking a deep dive into basic color correction, and then in the part 2 we'll do a part 2 video where we're going to be explaining color grading in Premiere Pro. So for color correction, we're going to be selecting this basic correction tab over here. Now the first thing you will notice is we have input LUTs. Now these LUTs or LUTs are presets that have been automatically saved by Adobe Premiere Pro. Now you have the option of selecting any of these LUTs and then dropping them on your clip over here, and automatically you'll see the difference that has applied to your clip over here. So you can continuously select as multiple LUTs as you like. Now this is the fastest way to apply colors to your clips. Now these are options, you might want to consider them, but I will also show you how to apply colors to your clips without making use of LUTs. Now, so let me go back and reverse this to none. So this is what our clips look like without any LUT. So when you scroll down, you will notice we have temperature here. You have to understand the policy of temperature is that whenever you drag your temperature closer to this blue line, you are giving a feel of cold region. But if you take it to this level over here, you are giving a feel of a sunny feel. That's just a rule you need to understand. So it might not really reflect it because this is an indoor scene, but when you are taking a shot outside and then you bring the color close to this red color over here, you are giving a sunny feel. That's why it's called temperature. But when you bring it closer to this, you are bringing an idea of a polar region. Now, the exposure here means the amount of light that your video has access to. You might have shot a video that has excess light, so you can come here and reduce the exposure. And then if your video has little light, you can come here and increase the exposure of your video. So what the contrast here does is that it makes the different items in your video stand out uniquely. So what that entails is if I increase the contrast here, you will notice that the black is popping out more, the green is popping out more, everything is more visible. So let me take that back to 0. Now white has to do with the number of whites that is in your video. You can come here and adjust, increase and reduce the whites, increase and reduce the blacks in your video. You can see that the black regions are becoming blacker. You can see that you are reducing the effect of the black regions over here. And then saturation, lastly, guys, saturation is what you do to make the colors pop more. So you can see that the green is becoming more green. You can see that my skin, the tone of my skin is popping out more. The light reflection of my skin is popping out more when you increase the saturation over here. Now, color grading is actually the process of leveling up these colors and amplifying them to the next level. So the first stage in coloring your videos is called color correction. After you've corrected the colors of your video, you can now go ahead to color grade them. In color grading, you can add a lot of color effects. You can completely change the colors present in your video. For example, I don't want this to be lemon anymore. I don't want this to be green anymore. I don't want this to be white. I can change almost entirely everything in color grading. But we'll be talking about color grading in the part 2 of this video. But for now, let me go ahead and color correct this so you can see what it looks like at the end of this video. So I'll just go ahead and change this to 155.7. Change the blacks over here to 25.9. Touch my whites. So you can see that as I'm changing my figures over here, the effects are coming up on my screen. So my highlight, my contrast now, I'm changing it to minus 43.2. My exposure to, let's say, minus 0.1. My temperature messed with that also. So right now, if I scroll this in between these two clips, you cannot tell the difference between these two clips. I can see what our video looks like now after color correcting it. You'll want to color correct every video that you create and not just send it to a client the way that it came off your camera, because in most cases, in fact, in every case, the camera will always blend everything together automatically. You need to manually mess with your colors, your exposure, your transitions, your highlights, touch, your saturation, the temperature, and everything. Okay, so let me just increase this so you can see it clearer. So if I switch this off now, you can see the difference. If I switch it on, you can see the difference. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video to the end. If you love this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not already done that, and hit the like button. I'll be dropping the part 2 of this video in a few days time. So kindly subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on how to color grade your videos in Premiere Pro. There are a lot of awesome effects, a lot of awesome things I'm going to be showing you how to do in that video.